Welcome back. Man, that dog is so cute. And it's a good thing too, because this dog sits right below my desk here, ripping farts the whole time I'm recording and just kills me in here. Oh my gosh, I gotta open up a window. Okay, so I've got a great video. Oh, I can taste it. So there's a lot of controversy around this full soft drive beta version, the 10.11.2 that is out and that we're all testing right now. And so today, something really bizarre happened, and we're gonna get to all that here in just a second. But first, I wanna talk to you guys about a little competition that we are having here on the channel. As many of you guys know, we are getting our Model Y here in just a couple, maybe weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. We've been waiting for over a year, and so we thought it'd be fun to see if anybody could guess the name that we're gonna have for our new Tesla. And if you guess the name, you're gonna get a $50 gift card. So here's how it works. You gotta subscribe here to this YouTube channel. At the time of this video, so right now, there's also been a post on Instagram. So now here's the rules. You gotta be 18 years old or older. You get 2 entries, and you're gonna put your entries down below in the comments below the Instagram post. The winner will be notified via direct message on Instagram, and that winner will get 2 weeks to respond or else they lose the gift card. If more than one person guesses the name correctly, we'll do a random drawing amongst those people. The contest will go from today until May 25th, so as soon as this video is over, head over to Instagram and enter the name you think is gonna win, and you might just win a $50 gift card. All right, now this drive started off a little bit strange. As you guys know, if you've been following me on Twitter, that there's been a few issues I've been having with this update. For one, I had these black spots start to appear all over my map, which a lot of you were telling me on Twitter that those are Native American lands and that's normal. However, they weren't there last week, so it's kind of strange they just showed up this week. I'm curious to all my other fellow Washingtonians who drive in my area that are always commenting on the channel, are you guys seeing all over Auburn and Covington area these black spots are now appearing in like Federal Way and stuff? Is that new, or have I just showing up on mine now for some random reason? And then you might have been noticing here that on my screen there are no cars rendering. I looked through all the settings, all my settings were turned on. I even turned them all off and then back on again and restarted the screen. I couldn't put it into autopilot. I couldn't put it into full self-drive. I couldn't even use adaptive cruise control. If that's happened to you, let me know down below in the comments and what you did to fix it. And it stayed that way all the way until I got to my daughter's ballet class. And after that, it came back out to the car after it was sleeping for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was fine again. Now, when I took off again from my daughter's ballet class, you can see the black spots there on my map, those squares that are showing up, just totally black like that. And I mean, it is what it is, right? So we get going and we're driving here, and this is when it starts to become super cool. Watch this. I'm gonna put a counter right here on the screen. Okay, there it is. I'm not sure where I put it. Okay, and you're gonna see here that I do not have to touch the wheel for a very, very long time. I mean, I don't really know the time yet because I haven't actually seen the video or timed it, but you're gonna see it here live here, how long it goes. I mean, watch my hands here. You can see, I'm not gonna touch the wheel. Normally, if you're new to this, it's like every 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, but almost always weird intersections, hairy situations, tight corners, on-ramps, it always makes you do it, even if you just touched it 5 seconds ago. But look at this. Look how long I'm gonna go here. So I mean, I'm crossing over right here to get ready to do this big circular, it's like a big circular turn heading down towards kind of a tricky on-ramp. So watch it here. It's gonna go all the way down around here. Still haven't touched it yet. It's been over a minute. Okay, already that's like double as long as it should be. But just watch it here. It's crazy. I just watch. Here we go. I'm gonna fast forward it down to the end here. Okay, still hadn't touched it. I mean, we're stopped right here watching this bus, watching for an entry point to get over. This car comes on by here and we let it go by. Still not having me touch it. I mean, we're deep into this now. Then the car gets ready to go. Still haven't touched it. And just so you know, this is state regulation that you have to touch it. This should not be happening right now. And here we are turning onto this, and then we take off towards this on-ramp. Okay, we're gonna be merging onto a Highway 18 right here, and we're going fast. And we're going 40 miles an hour on this on-ramp, which is recommending 20. It's fast, but it sees it, slows the way down. My hands are there ready, but I have not at all helped it yet. And you know this, by the way, is if on my screen it goes blue, that means I need to touch the screen. It'll do it on the heads-up display behind my steering wheel, as well as on my big center screen there. And here we go. We're actually merging on now. Again, still have not had to touch the wheel. I mean, this is full on, full self-driving, no human interaction. From the time I turned full self-drive on in Auburn there to as you're still watching, I could have been sitting in the back seat, no problem, and the car would have been driving me completely all the way here. Again, regulation requires I put my hands on the wheel and apply some kind of torque. every 20 to 30 seconds, still has not asked me to do this yet. Okay, again, I've owned this car since mid-2019. I've never not have to touch it, and this is not normal. Don't watch this thinking, oh my gosh, this update is allowing this to happen. No, it's not. This is an error somehow in my car. And so, yeah, this is not good. Okay, so if you're a regular watching this, please go to a different channel, different page, end this video, don't keep watching. We're still going here. Now, you see me here touching the wheel a few different times, things like that. I'm just adjusting the volume. We're listening to an audiobook. My kids are in the back here, but still going strong here. And there you see it getting back over again. I have to acknowledge the blinker. I forgot to turn that off on my settings, so I have to acknowledge a lane change, but you can turn that setting off so you don't actually have to do that. It'll just, change on its own. And again, normally right there, when your hands are applying torque on the wheel when it wants to change lanes, it does require you to put pressure on that wheel to complete that lane change, but it's not doing that here. It's only asking me to acknowledge it with the indicator. Again, not supposed to happen. So we're still going strong here. I mean, and let me put it in fast forward here because it's coming up to where the first time I do have to actually touch the wheel. So let's get there. Okay, and we're getting there right there. I mean, look at how long we've gone on here. This is so crazy. Now, as we're passing right here, see that? It just popped up right there. As we were passing that on-ramp, what happens in that spot every time is the car wants to jut over and take that exit ramp, and then it realizes, nope, I'm not supposed to do that. It pulls back over onto Highway 18, and because of that confusion, it has me touch the wheel there. It doesn't matter when the last time I touched it on any other drive, I always have to put pressure on the wheel right there at that spot to confirm to the car that it's doing the right thing. But that's pretty crazy, huh? What's the longest you guys have had to go in your car, okay, and not actually put pressure on the wheel? Let me know down below, down in the comments. Okay, real quick though, before we end this video, I was looking at the last poll we just did the other day where it says, if you could do it again, would you buy a, and we're talking about what kind of Tesla, because I'm curious, a lot of people buy a Tesla and wish they had another. The most common is when people say, I bought a 3, but I wish I had a Y, mostly because of the extra space, and people like me that bought the 3, we didn't have the option of buying the Y at the time. But personally for me, the way I answer this is I love my 3. I actually wouldn't trade it for a Y. I do have a Y coming, but that's my wife's car, and I love the car. I love the Model Y, but I really love my Model 3. I think it is so sporty looking, especially with all my body kit and all this cool stuff I've done to it, but still, I love it. But here's the stats, okay? So the Tesla Model 3, 29% say they wish they would have bought a Model 3. Which is interesting. That means that, that wasn't the car they originally bought. So people want to go back, and get Model 3 instead. 38% without, not surprising, wish they had bought the Model Y. That's the highest stat. The Model S, 15%. The Model X, 13%. And 4% say they wish that they hadn't purchased one. I mean, it's understandable why the S and X are lower. They're way more expensive. I think if they're all the same cost, those numbers would be very different. But anyway, pretty interesting stuff. I thought the Model Y would be even more ahead of the Model 3, but they're actually fairly, 10% difference, but still, they're closer than I thought they'd be. So thank you everybody for participating in those polls. 1,100 you guys participated in that one for the last 2 days. It's fun to see this, all this interaction and stuff going on. So please take a minute, you guys, go down. All my links to Twitter and Instagram are down there. Make sure that you're following that to keep up on all the updates, and I'll see you guys on the next video.